Kamusta? Mabuhay, magandang gabi, and maligayang pagbabalik sa Music Game News. Ako po si Ovela. I am your host, Ovela, and when I reacted to that Tony Gonzaga interview with Bongbong Marcos, I honestly had no idea that it was a hot topic. After I saw the thousands of comments on that video, I realized that, wow, people have a lot to say about the upcoming election, right? So recently someone sent me a video and told me that I should react to it because it is from the perspective of a Filipina who's giving her opinion about the Bongbong Marcos interview with Tony Gonzaga. So we will be reacting to that. And just so you know, I'm not really forming any opinion on this subject, okay? I still have to look more into this whole situation with Bongbong Marcos and his father. And like I said, I might still react to a couple more videos where there's like an interview with Bongbong Marcos and this Filipino person that lived during the era of Ferdinand Marcos, right? But the title of the video today is Noong nawala ang Marcoses, naging poor or puur, I think it's poor, ang bayang for 30 years, BBM, so Bongbong Marcos interview with Tony Gonzaga. There you go. But before we start, please consider following me on Instagram at Music Game News. And without further ado, let's check it out. Wow, that is dramatic. Okay, I like a challenge, so I'm gonna read this. Ayon kay Jam Magno, Marcos loyalist rin pala ang kanyang grandparents at ayong daw sa mga kwento ay golden age kung tawagin ang Pilipinas noong panahon ni dating Pangulong Marcos. Kaya noong nawala ang Marcoses, naging poor ang Pilipinas for 30 years na ngayong ay bumabangon ulit dahil kay Pangulong Duterte. I don't know what that means, but I'm pretty sure that one of you will translate that for me in the comment section. Thank you in advance, by the way. Okay. Hopefully this person will speak in English, right?
So let me get this straight. Just let me understand this a little bit, okay?
Okay.
So you demonized the Marcos family for the last 30 years. You ousted Marcos because he was a dictator. But
I love how she put the emphasis on dictator, you know? Because he was a dictator.
during his time, we were the second
Let me check it out. I'm not kidding. She put an emphasis on that.
family for the last 30 years. You ousted Marcos because he was a dictator.
Dictator.
But during his time, we were the second richest country in Asia. The Pearl of the Orient.
Wow. That is a beautiful thing. You know, if that were true, if you guys actually were the second richest country in Asia. But the people who are upset with Ferdinand Marcos are saying that you guys were, you know, a rich country, but then when he took power, right, it went downhill from that point on, right? So,
and Marcos built all these monumental infrastructure that still stands today. Obviously, they were clothed in controversy, but who built these infrastructure projects that is being used till now? And why, if the Marcoses were so evil, then why did we not get better when they were gone? I mean, if you blame all the blatant corruption on the Marcoses, no. Because you made sure they were out of government. You made sure that they were stuck in their side in Ilocos while you guys took over in the national government.
that's a good point. That's definitely a good point. So after they removed the Marcoses from the power, right, from the government, the country should have gotten better, since, it was the Marcoses that were the issue with the prosperity of the Philippines, right?
Then if you guys were so innocent, then why are you friends and allies of the people terrorizing and trying to tear this country apart? This isn't historical revisionism. I'm just trying to ask questions here.
Historical revisionism. Nice.
Why, if you guys were so innocent, then why did we not get better in 30 years?
It's a good point. It's a good point.
Why did it have to be a Bisaya, a Duterte from Mindanao that had to build?
Build. I'm gonna play it again. Build.
A Duterte from Mindanao that had to build. Something that Ferdinand Marcos started during his time.
I love it. She has attitude. I'm not saying that I love the fact that she's defending the Marcoses. I'm saying I love how she is speaking,
I'm trying to ask questions because I grew up after the martial law had ended.
Definitely.
But my grandparents are Marcos loyalists because during their time, they experienced the golden age of business. Because you, the victims, the so-called anti-Marcos, isn't it all propaganda? Isn't that all over-exaggeration of events?
It's so confusing. So who is telling the truth? The people who are against Marcos? Well, you guys are telling me that the people who are against Marcos are profiting from the fact that the Marcoses are not in power anymore.
Are you guys trying to cover up what evil you also did that the country tried to eradicate? Didn't you also try to kill men and women in uniform and they only simply fought back? That's the kind of thing that doesn't make sense to me though, because if you guys are the innocents and you guys are the betterment of the Philippines, then why were we poor for 30 years? And why did the allies
She's like, this doesn't make sense.
that you put in place make us poorer, make us dumber? I'd like to understand
Dumber.
that.
The attitude.
I'm not taking sides.
Oh. Well, is she taking sides? It feels like she is defending the Marcoses just a little bit, But if she's saying that she's not taking sides, then she's not taking sides. Like she said, she's just trying to understand. And I'm trying to understand as well. So this is a good video to react to. Lenayon?
Not taking sides, but I mean, people are awake.
She's just trying to find the logic in everything.
And sometimes what you say in your propaganda doesn't really make sense anymore because the ones flouting the propaganda are the communists that want to tear this country apart. It's a CPP, NPA, NDF that sprout all.
Wow, that's a lot of acronyms that I don't understand. CPP, NPA, NBF.
Of these lies. So why would we believe you if your allies are the terrorists trying to destabilize the country now? So it just makes sense to me that Marcos was just trying to protect the Philippines from the cockroaches.
The cockroaches.
The same way that Duterte is trying to end these cockroaches.
So who are the cockroaches here? The allies? Foreign countries? Maybe?
I get it now. For 30 years, it was your allies that were in place. The yellow tards.
Yellow tards.
But why is the golden age of infrastructure only at the time of Marcos and now at the time of Duterte? Where in between, you've been using all these monumental...
Okay, wait a second. Do you guys think that there is a golden age now with Duterte or not? Tell me in the comment section.
Project
because a lot of people complain about Duterte as well.
Of Marcos and passing it off as your own, but you didn't really make any more of it. You always say, oh, because he stole so much. Oh, there's national debt. Heck, honey, there's national debt till now, but it's only now that we got pretty nice infrastructure with the build of President Duterte, whose blueprint came from Ferdinand Marcos, right? Wala lang. Just something that I thought of. I don't know. That's not historical revisionism because it's just straight up facts. If you guys were so innocent and if you guys truly were the betterment of the Philippines, let me repeat that, then you wouldn't be the terrorists. Then you wouldn't be the cockroaches trying to get back in power but won't. Ingat. In the last few days, I realized something very funny about the weaklings of this present generation. Whoever created cancel culture is so weak. Somebody without a backbone. Somebody born without having to face challenges, or even if they face challenges.
So is the cancel culture thing also going around in the Philippines?
They never win at anything, and that's why they would much rather cancel somebody who's worked so hard to be where they are now.
Ooh, depends who you're trying to cancel, you know what I mean? Some people have done terrible things and it's, I guess, okay to cancel them. So careful.
You think Tony Gonzaga will be affected by
Ah, there you go. Okay, so people are trying to cancel Tony Gonzaga for interviewing Marcos, Bongbong Marcos, right? And basically siding with him. I did not get that impression. You know, when I watched the reaction, I just felt like she was just interviewing him. And I saw in the comment section people telling me that Bongbong Marcos is very close to Tony Gonzaga's family, and so it makes sense for her to, you know, side with him, but I don't know.
cancel culture. Not even a single bit. She's created herself and where she is now for the last 20 years. I met Tony at a Sprite commercial. The first time I ever saw her on TV was when she said the one line I wanted to say all my life. I love you, Piolo.
Piola?
Of course, for somebody like me and the age that I'm in now,
What does that mean, Piola?
I'm actually the same age as Alex. We went to school together.
Oh!
Same university together, actually. She went to EDUC and I went to IMC. But aside from that, I do know that these siblings, Tony and Alex, they work their asses off for where they are now. They don't use each other's names to get ahead. They have their own crafts. They have their own niche in the industry. And one thing
That's true. Alex Gonzaga is more the comedic one, right? She has a huge YouTube channel and following, so she tries to make people laugh. And she vlogs, right? And I think she also has a business on the side. I don't remember if it was perfume or bags, but basically it's in the fashion industry, I think. And Tony Gonzaga is a TV host slash singer slash other things, right? Interviewer. And now YouTuber, huge popular YouTuber.
I realized is that you think you can cancel anybody that you don't agree with. It doesn't work that way. It didn't even affect.
Okay, so this happened to me multiple times, but they didn't call it cancel Ovela or cancel music game news. But a lot of people try to do that in my comment section where they're like, he's just using Filipinos. Let's unsubscribe from music game news. Kabayaban, and do this and do that. Those guys are just a small percentage, all right? So just don't pay attention to them and you'll be fine. That's what I do. I honestly either don't pay attention to them, and when I can, I go in the comments and just delete those unnecessary comments, you know? If you give me a proper reason, you know, in your comment, that's fine. You know, I can leave your comment. But if you're just like unsubscribe and just troll, nah, man.
Affect me when you tried to cancel me many times. Remember, since I started becoming viral in November of last year, you
Oh, so she's famous?
tried so hard to ban me from every single platform. Facebook, you've banned me on TikTok, You've tried to shut me up and made me trending on Twitter many times to hate me.
Ah, yes, they did that to me too on Twitter. And that's one of the reasons why I just closed my Twitter account, because the negative energy and toxicity on Twitter is just disgusting. I just did not see the point of having a Twitter account. So one day I had enough, plus I wasn't using it that much. So every time I got into Twitter, it was just hateful comments and threads. And I was like, why am I doing this to myself? Delete.
And it did not affect me one bit. And I'm a nobody. I'm not even a vlogger or a blogger, and I don't get monetized for the content I make for the government. I just am a single person, a normal person. I'm a skincare entrepreneur. I'm a single mother by choice. And watching this celebrity getting canceled for something she's so good at is funny because you think it'll affect her. It won't. No matter how many times you cancel Tony Gonzaga, she's still fabulously married to Paul Soriano. She's still got the coolest parents and the coolest sister too. You think that'll affect her one bit? No, it won't. The voices of these so-called victims of the Marcoses have echoed.
It does affect you depending on the timing during your lifetime. You know, it will, like, personally, I'm speaking from experience. Hateful messages and trolls do affect me if I read the message when I'm not feeling good at the time, you know. But you have to remember that that person that is trolling you and hating on you, they're the ones that are miserable. And they hate you and troll you to make themselves feel better. So the best thing to do is not to answer them, because that just makes them feel better and fuels their hatred and everything, you know. The best thing to do is to ignore it. That's the way it should be done.
Code for years and years and years, and we have not heard anything else except for you demonizing the Marcoses. But why do the rest of us not feel the same? Isn't that something you need to think about? When you've demonized the single family, and when Bongbong Marcos speaks about his father, you want to cancel the person who asks the questions. You demand that she's being a Marcos apologist. She's not. She's just doing what she's good at.
Her job.
And if you are so desperate for a platform, ask the many anti-Marcos celebrities to do the same. But they will never be Tony Gonzaga. Right? Pathetic losers. These purveyors of cancel culture. Is that how low and is that how weak you have become? Nobody will get canceled because we are not a subscription to the news. We are not a Lazada or Shopee order. We're real people and we have voices, and our voices will be used to defend what is the truth, to uphold it.
What is the truth? That is the question. What is the truth?
Because as I see it, mainstream media has been all about being paid to lie, being paid to...
And that is why it's important for me to be honest and put in my titles always honest reaction.
Stabilize the government, being paid to only talk about things but not actually do anything to help the Filipino people. To Miss Tony Gonzaga, I doubt you'll see this video, but I have supported you ever since you said I love you, Piolo, because I wanted to say that line.
I still want to know what Piola means, or Piolo.
I've always been such a big fan of you. And for what you have done and what you continue to do, hindi ka nila makikancel. Sa ganda mo yan, sis. Oh my God. They can only wish. You just made her more viral. Congratulations, Miss Tony. I'll see you soon. Ingat.
Bam! I love her attitude. I love her attitude. I love the fact that she can also speak so clearly, you know? Liked it. I enjoyed her point of view. Again, she did not sway me or anything, you know, in favor or against the MARCOSES, okay? But personally, I never thought that Tony Gonzaga did anything wrong here, you know? And the fact, I mean, you guys just told me, you know, that, you know, she was close to the MARCOSES, okay? But if that were true, then the way she interviewed him was very professional, in my opinion. I personally did not feel like she was connected to him in any way through that interview, okay? Like I said, you know, I still need more information, you know, but like even after having informed myself and seen all the videos, I still can't really have a proper opinion on this matter because I feel like the truth is unknown. Like we don't really know what the truth is because some people are saying that Ferdinand Marcos was terrible and some are saying that he was the best president that you know the Philippines has ever seen. So who can we trust? Like, I don't know. Plus, I'm a foreigner, all right? Even if you guys, and I do appreciate it so much, you guys, when you say that, you know, I am Filipino by heart and all that, I appreciate it immensely. But in the end, it's up to the Filipinos, right? To decide if the Marcoses are or were good people and all that, you know? I don't know. But I did enjoy this video, so if you could answer the questions that I asked, that I would be grateful to you. Yeah, so let me know in the comment section below your thoughts on her opinion about the Marcoses. Did you feel like this lady here in the video was a pro Marcos, or she was just trying to understand things? I felt like she was leaning a little bit towards the Marcoses, okay? And definitely leaning towards Tony Gonzaga. Like clearly she was defending Tony Gonzaga. She's a fan, like she said, she's a fan of Tony Gonzaga. So I don't know. Yeah, so maraming salamat po. Thank you so much for joining me as usual. Take care of yourselves. Have a great day. Stay safe. And I will see you in the next one. Peace. Thank you for watching. Subscribe here and please like the video to show your support and appreciation for my work, and turn on the notification bell to be poked for future content. Yeah.